Yeah. Look, man. Yeah, and then, guys, he put it in my hand. And then I put it on my finger. And I know this sounds crazy, guys. JB, I know it sounds crazy, but I can feel it. I can feel the power and the energy drawn from all the Hulkamaniacs.
I see the power.
Yeah. You know, guys, I thought last week was going to be the worst day ever. And it ended up being the greatest day in the history of my life.
I want you two to go at each other like it's the last match you're ever going to have. If I don't see that bat used by either one of you, the mask is coming off.
That baseball bat with that barbed wire around it is just a barbaric weapon.
Fully eyeing the barbed wire bat. Comes right into miss. Oh, black hole slam directly into the tacks.
I told you if that bat didn't get used in your match, I told you what I was going to do.
My first order of business is to get that mask off your face.
Bischoff told Jarrett, you've got to take out the Monster Abyss, and in the process, you've got to use the barbed wire bat.
Do it, damn it!
Jarrett, getting second thoughts?
I knew I couldn't trust you to get the job done.
Eric Bischoff has sent the troops out for destruction. And you know what Bischoff has promised that he's going to do tonight to Abyss?
Oh, I think Eric Bischoff got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, Mike.
I am so sick and tired of watching you be afraid of your own shadow. Right now, it stops. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is the only thing that ever loved me. I destroyed my body to earn this ring.
Yeah.
Do you understand that this is my life?
It encompasses Hulkamania and the world. This is yours.
You will be, from this point forward, 10 times the man, 10 times the wrestler, 10 times stronger than Hulk Hogan ever was.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel the power?
I feel it all.
Of Hulkamania goes one-on-one against Desmond Wolfe.
And Rob Terry's newly acquired global title might be in jeopardy as he faces Mr. Anderson. Well, speaking of championships,
ladies and gentlemen, introducing the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the Nature Boy.
Last week on Impact, we were in the midst of a victory celebration for the 8-card stud tournament winner and new #1 contender to that man, AJ Styles, the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm talking about the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero, when Styles and Ric Flair interrupted.
And we have a little bit of a medical update on the Pope. He has partially torn ligaments in his ankle. He's lucky he's able to still walk, barely. Pope's hurt.
Last week, Pope, you came out here to my home, the house that AJ Styles built, and tried to make it your temple. You came out here and placed yourself on a little pedestal high above everything else and said that you were going to be the champion of the people. Wow. That's real cute. Real cute, Pope. I get it. No. You want to be the golden boy, huh? Is that it, Pope? You want to be the golden boy? You want to be the chosen one? You want to be a man and step up and take what is rightfully yours, Pope? Well, it's not going to happen. I get it. You're a man. But Pope, I man. Ric Flair said it himself. If you want to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And I'm the man of the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So the next time you think about coming out here and trying to walk all over the champ, you better think again. Because the way it looks right now, Pope, you're not going to be walking for a long, long time.
Last week, something transpired that has absolutely got me crazy. Last week, the immortal Hulk Hogan gave his Hall of Fame ring to the Abyss. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Feel like giving it to one of you? Can you imagine? Fat boy, you wearing this? The Abyss. Hulk Hogan, first of all, you have your own Hall of Fame. Nobody else is in it, and you'll never be in mine. But to take this and give it to that, he's a challenged person. Shut up. I'm hot. When I'm hot, I'm here point. Hogan, you were never Ric Flair, never will be. You're not in the same Hall of Fame. Whatever Hall of Fame you're in, should have never given. Get the Abyss out here. I'm calling the Abyss.
When Hulk Hogan handed his Hall of Fame ring to Abyss, Hogan, in his own words, gave the monster his life, his everything, and the only thing that never left him.
Well, it's no secret that Abyss at times has had some mental and confidence issues. But I think Hulk Hogan now having that belief in Abyss is huge for Abyss's self-confidence.
You can feel the transformation in Abyss. No more cowering, no more fear. His destiny is in his own hands. Abyss promises he won't let Hulk Hogan down.
What in God's green earth are you doing coming out here to that music? You pathetic. I mean, I don't know have the words to describe it. You being in the Hall of Fame, it disgraces with the grunt. That's a real ring. And I'm a Hall of Famer. I look at you and I want to puke. You make us all look bad. Look at me. When I talk to you, don't look away. You may have some superhuman strength, and I get that. But you're not a Hall of Fame wrestler. God. I worked my whole life to be in the Hall of Fame. You make me sick. You make me sick. The only thing you'll ever be good for is shining the world champion's boots. That's it. You're a clown.
That's it.
You're a clown. I said clown. Clown.
First of all, Mr. Flair, you're right. I couldn't shine his shoes. Because I'm not a shoe shine boy. But I'd be more than happy to remove AJ's boots and stick them straight up your ass.
Are you kidding me? You know who you're talking to?
I got this.
I'm not just in the Hall of Fame. I am a god in your life.
I got this.
Me?
Oh, come on. Let me take care of this. Rick. Shut up! Don't you ever say another word again, you pathetic piece of crap! What? Do you think these people came here to see you? No, they did not. They came out here to see the World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles. You're a disgrace. That's what you are. Look at you. Look at the way you dressed, you bum. And look at me. Look at the champ. That's the way you should look. I bet under that mask, you look like a foot that kicked a bag of hot nickels. You're an ugly, 6'8" pieces of crap disgrace. So why don't you do everybody a favor and take that Hall of Fame ring off
and put it on AJ Styles' finger, you clown.
Take it off
Now.
Before you disgrace the great name of Hogan. Take it off
now.
The Hulkster, and I'll tell you, Mike, I was fortunate enough to be there when Hulk Hogan was inducted in the Hall of Fame. And I saw firsthand how important that was to Hulk, that his contributions and accomplishments to this industry were recognized. For him to pass it on to Abyss, that's pretty big.
I mean, think of what it took for Hogan to hand over his prized possession. That's the symbol of what Hogan has accomplished in 30 years in this profession, all to turn around the life and turn around the career of Abyss.
AJ Styles, what do you know about having a good name, brother? You know, just because you walk around here kissing Flair's butt and creating all the sins of mankind over again, just like Flair did, do you think that gives you a good name, brother? And then to call Abyss out here and try to run him down in front of all these people, you know, that only makes you weak, brother. Is that what you want? Well, you know, maybe in this ring, there's a couple guys in here that might go down in history. And when the history book is written, do you want it to say the weakest champion of all time, AJ Styles, the weak champion? Hogan! As God is my witness, I knew this would happen sooner than later. I came here to TNA because everything you touch turns to gold. But guess what? One thing ain't gonna happen. You're never gonna tell the nature boy Ric Flair what to do.
Well, you better back your ass up, Flair.
And what in God's green earth are you doing? Giving him a Hall of Fame ring? Have you...
Jacket of Ric Flair, the jacket of AJ Styles coming off. Oh, I'd love to see this, Taz.
I think we might see this.
Let's do it right now. Hey,
Flair. Well, the Nature Boy and the World Heavyweight Champion obviously having second thoughts.
You know, life's about picking your spots, and I guess the champion and Ric Flair just picked theirs.
Let me assure you of something. You bought some time tonight. So did you. I'm in a good mood. So did AJ. You both will be laying there. But before the night's over, that ring will be on his finger.
Will Ric Flair and AJ Styles follow through on their promise, on their threat? Before the night's over, will Hogan's Hall of Fame ring be on the finger of the world champ?
Well, there's Mick Foley. I had a quick conversation with Mick earlier today. Not in a good mood after what happened with Eric Bischoff last week with a little swerve-a-Rooney.
Well, a PO'd Mick Foley is looking for Eric Bischoff, and as you know, it's never good to have the hardcore legend upset.
Well, the question I have is, will we see the evil side of Mick Foley tonight?
It's Mike Tenay, it's Taz, welcoming you to Impact, and this is what we have in store for you tonight.
Well, like I said at the top of the show, the question I have is, will Rob Terry's newly acquired global title be in deep jeopardy? He's got to face Mr. Anderson. That's a serious threat.
The revitalized Abyss, feeding off the power and energy of Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring, goes one-on-one tonight with Desmond Wolfe.
Well, speaking of Abyss and Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring that Abyss now has, Ric Flair promises to remove that Hall of Fame ring from Abyss's finger and put it on our champion AJ Styles' finger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a no disqualification tables match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, hailing from Nastyville, USA, Knobs and Sags, the Nasty Boys.
Let's take you back to Against All Odds when the Nasty Boys and Team 3D met for the very first time.
Well, boom, right there, 3D. Team 3D had the victory right here, and then while the referee's back was turned, boom! The helmet that was incorporated by Jimmy Hart out of nowhere helped the Nasty Boys gain a victory. Highway robbery, and it's blatant best right there.
Their opponents from New York City, Brother Ray and Brother Devon, they are Team 3D.
Here they come. It's revenge time for Brother Ray and Brother Devon. And under what better circumstances than a no disqualification tables match could they hope to exact it? And here we go.
Well, yeah, in my view here, I mean, the Nasty Boys are in trouble. They are in the realm of Team 3D. Tables is their specialty. Oh! And so's ramming someone's face with the steel. That was nasty.
Right, Knobs just sent face first right into the steel steps, courtesy of Brother Ray. And there goes Knobs again. And, you know, Knobs had a dislocated shoulder. And against all odds, you can see he's got it taped up here in this return match on Impact.
Yeah, nice. Sags. Oh, a lot of impact right to Brother Devon. Yeah, you know, pretty well documented backstage that Knobs has been in a lot of pain for the past few days from that separation at Against All Odds of his shoulder.
Not about pins or submissions in this no disqualification matchup. It's about putting your opponent through a table to gain victory. The entire wrestling world is talking about it. It's the takeover of Mondays. Yes, Impact takes over Monday nights beginning March the 8th.
Just colossal news for us here in TNA and for the wrestling world. Cannot wait until March the 8th. We will dominate on Monday night. Starting on the 8th. It's going to be off the chain.
Physicality between these two teams. It was what we expected it Against All Odds. And again here tonight on Impact in the return match. Knobs has got it turned around and sends Brother Ray into the corner.
Oh, you can see right there, Mike, the pain that Knobs is in. He can hardly run. He's usually very fleet-footed. But right there, Knobs in a lot of pain.
And pretty smart of Brother Ray as he came off that rope to target that dislocated shoulder. He did it with the shoulder block, and now, that's to the Nasty Boys. Maybe one for Jimmy Hart also. Big elbow drop to the top of the head.
I've had my shoulder separated and torn an AC joint during a match. I realize the pain that Knobs is in, but right now, looks like Sags might be in some pain soon.
Mid-ring slam, courtesy of Brother Ray. Motions for Devon. Could be what's up time.
Might be what's up to the old Yam Bag City. Oh, man.
Big diving headbutt off the top. Brother Devon, Brother Ray, they hit the what's up on the Nasty Boys, but they still have to put either Knobs or Sags through a table.
Well, that's music to Brother Ray's ears right there. Here we go.
Impact Zone, chanting for 3D to use the tables and finish off the Nasty Boys.
And again, for those who don't know, this is all legal, hence the name Tables Match.
And hence no disqualification as well.
Watch your back there, watch your back, Team 3D. Oh! You can see the veterans right there, the rough and tumble Nasty Boys waiting.
Cardinal mistake by Team 3D. Don't normally see that from the experienced Brother Ray and Brother Devon, but they've given the Nasties the opening.
Well, I think Brother Ray and Brother Devon thought that the Nasties was still down.
Double team for Devon. Smart move. Brother Ray from outside, able to position and move the table out of the way.
Where's Brother Ray?
Whoa.
Jimmy Hart.
Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart momentarily hooking the leg of Brother Ray, and that enables Sags to toss him off the top with the slam.
That slight distraction by Jimmy Hart was enough for Sags to able to capitalize on Brother Ray and dump. Wait, look at this!
Jesse Neal, whose career was turned around when he trained under 3D, out here, physically to take that helmet away and then toss it over the head. Oh, what a shot!
And again, it's all legal. Brother Ray called for 3D. Sags might have one in his future. That's it.
How about that? Jesse Neal, the great equalizer. He took the helmet of Jimmy Hart completely out of play.
It was all a setup. It was a setup, wasn't it, Eric? You wanted me out of the building with your stupid little tailors, getting a suit so you could have Abyss alone, so you could send your goons after him. You had my inseam taken so I could be out of here, so you could take Abyss's mask off and embarrass him. Is that not right?
Mick,
admit to me that's the case.
Mick, I just don't understand this Machiavellian-like state of paranoia that you seem to exist in.
Machiavellian? Because, Mr. Machiavelli, your actions compel people to feel paranoia.
Look, Mick, let's focus on the end result and not so much the process. You know what I mean? The end result. I mean, look at it. Abyss literally has Hulkamania in the palm of his hand. He's happier than he's ever been in his life.
And you're going to sit there and take credit for Abyss's happiness?
Of course I am. If it wasn't for the things that I did last week and the situation, the way it presented itself, none of it would have ever happened. Hulk wouldn't have come down to the ring the way he did. Hulk wouldn't have seen what he saw in Abyss. Of course I'm taking credit for it. Forget about me. Why are you making this all about you? This is
it's not about me. It's about Abyss, and I'll grant you that he's in a good place right now. I'll grant you that.
All right.
But I think you are trying to get me out of the building.
No.
Under the guise of dressing me up and making me an asset.
Let it go, please. And look, Abyss is fine. JB's fine, for crying out loud. Everybody, I'm living up to my end of the bargain. I think that you need to focus on living up to your end of the bargain. Yeah, like, for instance, I spent a lot of good money on that suit. Taylor's sent you out shopping. Where is it?
Well, it is a nice suit, but I wasn't planning on wearing it, so it's back at the hotel.
Nick, I lived up to my end of the bargain.
I can live up to mine.
We're going to see you back here tonight in the suit?
I don't know.
I hope so. All right. Thanks for keeping an open mind, Mick.
I'm trying.
I appreciate that.
champion ODB returns to Impact tonight. We're about to see a battle between two of the most unpredictable and unorthodox competitors in TNA. It was a wild, it was an out-of-control situation last week when a deranged Daphne went nuts on the knockout champion.
Yeah, Zombie Hot kind of lost it a little bit right here. I mean, Tara was trapped like a caged animal while Daphne just went to town on a blaster with that steel chair. Dr. Stevie might want to try some new meds for Daphne.
TNA thrilled to bring our April lockdown pay-per-view to a city with a great wrestling tradition, St. Louis, Missouri. And we want to announce the tickets for lockdown in St. Louis go on sale tomorrow.
Well, this is not exactly, talk about great wrestling tradition in St. Louis. This is not exactly going to be Harley Race versus Dory Funk here. These two chicks are whack. She's still got the flask in her hand.
You mean Harley and Dory never brought the flask to the ring?
Not to the ring.
Earlier today, we had the opportunity to get comments from the TNA Knockout Champion, Tara. Can't wait to hear what she has to say about that brutal beating at the hands of Daphne last week.
I'm here with TNA Knockout Champion, Tara. Now, you've had your fair share of wars before, but I don't think we've ever seen you this battered up.
That's because I was viciously attacked, Christy. I gotta admit, when I heard I was facing Daphne, maybe I didn't take her as seriously as I should have. But we all know Daphne. She's some freaking psycho, crazy woman. I mean, not only that, she's ruthless, dangerous, and extremely violent. And I obviously learned it the hard way.
Well, rumor has it that in light of last week, she definitely has her sights set on your knockout championship.
You know, if she wanted to get my attention, she got it. Daphne, if you want to fight me again in the ring, I'm going to be ready for you this time. I may not have heard the last from you, but you definitely have not heard the last from me.
Well, Tara seems real serious, and I don't blame her, but I don't understand how Tara could be a little perplexed that Daphne's deranged and violent.
Couldn't agree with you more. When you sign on the contract for a match against Daphne, you know she's going to be ruthless, violent. You know she's a psycho.
And Tara, she's got to realize, she knows this. She's the TNA Knockout Champion. Everybody's coming for her. They're all coming. Watch out. Ooh.
Totally focusing her attack on the leg and the knee and then wrapping the knee of ODB right around the steel post.
Well, this now exposing the knee, Daphne pulling down ODB's knee pad.
Knockout champ.
What is she doing? What is she doing?
She is ruthless. It's one of the steps to the steel stairs.
Well, I think referee Jamie McGee had to disqualify Daphne.
Jamie Tucker.
Right.
Winning this match as a result of a disqualification is ODB.
Daphne just lost him with that broomstick. She should fly out of here with that broomstick.
Dr. Stevie, the shrink, finally coming down. Gonna try and restore order. Good luck, pal.
Sunday night, February 14th at the Against All Odds pay-per-view, we saw the one-on-one matchup between the World Tag Team Champions in the opening round of the 8-card stud tournament. And controversy atop controversy, the finish of the matchup saw the Blueprint Matt Morgan grab the victory along with a handful of his partner's tights to advance to the semifinals.
Look, Morgan and I have been over this back and forth since then. It's been a week and a half and we're cool. You try and stir something up, JB?
No. Hell yeah, he's trying to stir something. He's stirring a pot. It's JB. It's what he does. JB, I'm going to tell you exactly the same thing I told Supermax after our match. And that is what I did. It's no big deal. Okay? So I saw an opportunity, and I reached, and I grabbed it.
Literally.
Oh. So now you got jokes. Touche, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. But what it is right now, JB, is that I didn't do anything out there in that ring that Hernandez himself wouldn't do had he had the same exact opportunity. It's exactly the same thing we talked about before the match, and that we both agreed we would do whatever it takes. I'll repeat that. Whatever it takes to win that match. That's all I did. And now it's ancient history. And I'm not going to spend another single second thinking about it. And neither should you. This is the part where you nod your head and you say, yes, sir.
absolutely. Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. From here on in, we have 100% of our focus defending these tag team titles against anyone, anytime, hell, anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. Come short, come tall, come one, come all. At the end of the day, no one's beating us anytime soon. And when it's all said and done, we're damn sure going to go down in the wrestling history books as the physically most dominating, black and blueing, door blasting tag team of all time.
That's who we are. That's how we do.
TNA, you line them up, bam! We'll knock them down.
Rumor has it, Kevin Nash and Eric Young, they want to fight tonight with Scott Hall and Six Pac.
Well, Six Pac and Hall better get serious real soon, I'm telling you.
It's time to hear what the former TNA World Tag Team Champions, Robert Roode and James Storm, Beer Money Incorporated, have to say.
You see, it was almost 2 years ago that me and my good friend James Storm made the decision to form a little tag team you may have heard of called Beer Money. And on that day, we made a promise to one another. A promise that each and every time that we stepped foot in this ring, that we would be the best that we could be each and every night. You see, James and I, we've built a reputation that can be summed up in a word. And that one word is pride. All we ever wanted to be was the best. And by God, here we are today. Not only the greatest tag team in TNA, but the greatest tag team in all of professional wrestling. You see, we're not out here to have a war of words with you, Eric Bischoff, or you, Hulk Hogan. We're out here just plainly stating the facts that we've been here since the very beginning of TNA. When the so-called veterans didn't want to come into this company, it was up to the young guys to carry this company, and by God, we did it. And the numbers don't lie. We've made this company a lot of money because the Beer Money merchandise has been outselling everyone. But for some reason, the new TNA management wants to put Beer Money on the sidelines. And that don't sit too well with us because this man right here needs to make his money. And I need for him to make his money to buy my beer. We've seen the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. And right now, TNA is as high as it's ever been. But if it wants to go a little further, if it wants to take that next step, you're going to have a little beer money. And if you don't, sorry about your damn luck.
Well, there's one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Big Super Mex Hernandez.
Storm, Rude, you don't have to prove anything to anybody here. We know your reputation, and we know just how good you guys really are. And just like Beer Money, Hernandez and Morgan want to be the best. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight to Hulk Hogan's office, and at Destination X, I'm going to ask for a title shot. for beer money. What do you say?
What do we say? That's simple. The answer is yes.
Warrior to warrior, may the best team win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as a result of that very chaotic scene we witnessed last week with Scott Hall, Six-Pac, Kevin Nash, and Eric Young, certainly the two of you have made it very clear you're hell-bent on revenge. However, gentlemen, the fact is Scott Hall and Six-Pac not under a TNA contract, and that complicates the possibility of a match down the road.
Well, JB was clear last week. The only thing those people did was get in our way. We're not asking for a ring. We're not asking for some jackass in a referee outfit. All we want's Pac and Hall. That's all EY and I want. Because we don't need those other things to do what we want to do. Bust them up. Break some bones. Crack some skulls. Period.
Yeah, that's why we pleaded with Hogan and Bischoff. See, we're not asking for a match. We're just asking for a little bit of television time. And you know what, JB? I'm willing to bet that piece of television time is TNA's highest rated segment ever. You want to know why? Because me and Kev will be living the dream. We're going to do what thousands of people have wanted to do for years. We're going to take Six-Pac, we're going to take Hall, and we're going to bust them up real bad. And we're going to send them packing for good.
You know, I did what I could to get them a spot, get them a roster position. And how do they repay me? How they jump me. Physical pain, yeah. But you know what? After 28 operations, I can live with physical pain. It goes away. Emotional pain of having two of your best friends turn on you, now that's for life.
Bischoff, you better be in here. Eric, is that all you got? Is that all you've got? Last week, just because I didn't play by your rules, you want to take 6 thugs? No, hold on, I'm talking. Take 6 thugs? You forget who I am. You forget what I've been through. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than 6 thugs to run me out of my company, the company that I founded. Eric, my entire life, and I'm not just talking about in a wrestling ring. I'm talking about my entire life, especially the last 7.5 years. I've had to fight for everything I've got. So, pal, you better up your game, because it's going to take a hell of a lot more than 6 thugs to run me out of my company.
Jeff, I apologize.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
Jeff, please.
Do you actually think I'm going to buy that crap?
Jeff, please, settle down.
For what?
Hear me out.
I've worked too long and too hard to let these kind of things happen week after week after week.
Please, hear me out. This has been tough on both of us. All right? It's been as hard for me to adjust to this as it has been for you.
Oh, Eric.
Jeff, I'm doing my best. I really am. And
are you trying to get me to feel sorry for you?
No, Jeff,
listen
please,
to what you're saying.
Please, just hear me out. I've let you speak. Please, just hear me out.
Fair enough.
I may have been wrong. I know I'm wrong about you. I know that I've been wrong. I mean, it took a real set of stones to stand up to me, to throw that bat down after I laid it all out for you. But you did the right thing. You did the right thing. And I respect that. So, look, let's do this. Tonight, meet me out in the ring. You deserve a better opportunity than this. You really do. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you in front of your fans, the people that you put in the impact zone. These are the people that believe in you. You deserve it. I want to give it to you. I'll meet you out there tonight. Let me give you the opportunity that you really deserve. Jeff, I'm just asking you to trust me on this one.
What'd you just say?
Look, I know this has all been about me trusting you, but this time I need you to trust me. If we're going to fix this thing, If we're going to build a bridge over this divide that we have between you and I, there's got to be trust on both sides of the equation. I'm just asking you to trust me. Meet me out in the ring. We'll do the right thing.
Jarrett, trust Bischoff.
See you out there?
Yeah. You'll see me out there, all right.
Thanks, Jeff.
I want to talk about my company. The company I founded. The company that I put on my back.
I am so sick of hearing you talk about the company that you founded. All right, Dixie Carter came along. She put in the money. She put in the time. This company is going to turn around, but it's going to turn around because of Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, not because of you. Jeff, it's going to be a long, hard climb to the top of my mountain.
I think in Eric's mind, Jeff Jarrett starts on that bottom rung. He's got to prove himself. The fact that Jeff has not competed here in TNA in some 7 months, I think Eric is looking at this as a real gut check.
I just hope I delivered for you.
Nah, don't think so. It's my responsibility to not only get the most out of every athlete here at TNA, but to also protect them. Quite frankly, Jeff, I don't know if you're really ready.
Jeff Jarrett, never one to back down from a challenge, an opportunity that's been presented to him.
I want you to take this bat, Jeff, and use it. Use it against Abyss. Get the job done, Jeff, and don't disappoint me.
And there's the eye contact made. And Jarrett headed over to the corner, and he's got the barbed wire bat in his hands. Jarrett's under the pressure imposed by that man, Eric Bischoff. Do it, damn it! To use it in destroying Abyss. Whoa!
You know what, Jarrett? I knew I couldn't trust you to get the job done.
Bischoff anticipated that Jarrett would not use the barbed wire bat on Abyss like he was instructed.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the Impact Zone, Bischoff!
Certainly a reflective moment for Eric Bischoff that we just witnessed. Not only did he apologize to Jeff Jarrett for his recent treatment, but he feels that Jeff deserves better, and he feels that Jeff Jarrett deserves it right here in the Impact Zone in front of his own people.
Thank you. Please, please, thank you all very much. I love you people. I really, really do. It's just too much. You know, one of the things that I pride myself on is the fact that I'm man enough to admit my mistakes. And I've made quite a few of them in my life. But it's one of the great things about getting older, because you realize that in order to get to the point in your life where you want to be, you have to be able to look back at the things that you've done wrong and the mistakes that you've made in your life. And rather than feeling bad about them, you have to learn from them. And you have to grow as a human being, as a professional. You have to grow. And Jeff Jarrett is a perfect example of that. I think I was wrong about Jeff Jarrett. I want to bring Jeff Jarrett out here now. I want him to music and all. The man that's responsible for each and every one of you even being here tonight. So crank up his music. Give me a big round of applause for Jeff Jarrett. Bring him out.
Well, how about that? Obviously, Eric Bischoff having second thoughts about how he's treated Jeff Jarrett. The ring entrance music, yeah, it's back.
That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Pyrotechnics is back, too.
Yeah, you even got your pyro, Jeff.
That's pretty cool.
As we head to March 8th, when Impact takes over Monday nights, well, we are seeing a cooler, a calmer side of Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It takes a big man to realize maybe he abused his power a bit. Well, kudos to Eric Bischoff.
Jeff, I know it's been tough, this situation with you and I and everything that's gone down over the last few weeks, but I want you to know I can put it all behind me. I really can. I mean, I asked you to, in fact, I asked for something from my office. Could you please bring that up to me now, Stevie? You know, I asked you, Jeff, to do something that, quite frankly, I'm not sure it was the right thing. To ask one human being to use something like this on another human being, most people would think that that's just a disgusting, disgraceful thing to do. And you did the right thing. When you refused to use this, you did the right thing. You did the right thing as a man. You did the right thing by not attacking one of your peers with something as barbaric as this. In almost every respect, you did the right thing. The problem is, you didn't do the right thing by me. That's why we have the problem we have between you and I, Jeff. You just never seem quite capable of doing what I want you to do. So I'm going to give you one more shot, Jeffrey, to do the right thing. Since you didn't want to use the bat, I want you to head back to catering. Flip a few burgers for the fine folks here at TNA. Show them what you're made of, Jeff. Show them what you're capable of. And by the way, Jeff, since we want to make sure that we're adhering to all the health codes here in lovely Orlando, I want you to wear this. I want to keep that hair out of the burgers. You know what I mean? So what do you think, Jeff? You got anything to say? We done here, Jeff? Because you could always just quit. Make it easy on both of us. No? I didn't think so. Happy flipping.
Wow. Remember what we said, Taz, earlier about the apologies, about the cooler, the calmer side of Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, we were wrong on our assumption. Eric Bischoff hell-bent on just humiliating Jeff Jarrett.
Supermax, what the hell was that out there?
What are you talking about?
Come here. You know what I'm talking about. You just walked out there on your own, without me, keep in mind. And you gave beer money a shot at our titles at Destination X. I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes.
Hey, you're the one who said we're up to any challenge against anybody. So what's the problem?
Well, the problem is I assumed that would mean we could start off with Generation Me, maybe Motor City Machine Guns. I said what I said because I thought it would sound cool. No. You're right. I did say that. You're absolutely right. I did say this. Here's all I'm saying, Hernandez, is before you go out there and you put our titles on the line like that, we need to be on the same page. That's all I'm saying. Just like me and you, we're in sync in the ring. We damn sure need to be in sync out of the ring. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. Let's figure big money, deserve a title shot. Hey, and we don't shy away from anybody.
That's
so
true.
what we're gonna do?
That's true.
What am I gonna do?
Here's what it is. You're right. Beer money is up and above, far and away, the top tag team here, besides ourselves.
Of course.
They're the number one contenders, and they're gonna get their shot. I agree with that. But if we're gonna hold these tag titles, we need to think. Hernandez, we need to be smart here, okay? If we're gonna hold this gold, we need to talk and be on the same page out of the ring too.
All right, my bad, bro. My bad.
It is what it is. Don't worry about it, man. We're good. Let's go.
Well, the champs, they're on the same page.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, where the winner gets an X Division title match at Destination X. Introducing first, from Malibu, California, Brian Kendrick.
What a huge opportunity this is for Brian Kendrick tonight on Impact.
His opponent from Anaheim, California,
March the 21st at Destination X. It's going to be a showcase for the X Division because in addition to the return of the dangerous high-wire spectacle known as Ultimate X, the X Division champion Doug Williams is going to defend his title, and it's time to find out who gets that championship shot.
And speaking of returns, Mike, how awesome was Kazarian's return last week here on Impact? Good God, he looks sharp.
After a year and a half absence, Kazarian returns to TNA, makes his mark. You know, he pinned the X Division champ Doug Williams in that six-man tag.
Well, that in itself is a huge thing. Anytime you can pin the champion, no matter what division you're in, at any time, no matter what type of match, that is a big confidence booster.
I want to remind you about the Impact post-show live. It's immediately following tonight's Impact broadcast. Check it out at TNAWrestlingLive.com.
Right now, which one of these athletes now will get the opportunity of a lifetime at Destination X at the X Division Championship?
I mean, we talked about Kazarian being away for a year and a half. It was back in July of 2008. He felt that he let down his teammates. He let down TNA when he lost in the finals of the World X Cup. And he admitted that he had fallen out of love with wrestling, made a decision to leave the business. And I think it's great that Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff have reopened that door, and Kazarian's looked terrific since he came back.
Oh, absolutely. And let's take a look at that kip-up. Beautiful. Let's take another look here. This leg drop. Nothing but straight-up impact. I mean, usually when a guy has a layoff like Kazarian had, or has, I should say, there's some ring rust. I don't see any ring rust in Kazarian.
Charging into the corner, not able to make the contact. Kendrick going to try and take advantage of that situation by rolling him up. Oh, man, what a shot, what a kick to the back of the head.
Yeah, that jumping Insegura right to the back of the beam will slow anybody down. Maybe going for, he's going for a neck breaker. Very innovative the way Kendrick did that.
Go for the cover, go for the pin, and not able to put Kazarian away. At the end of last week's Impact show, Taz, we saw a strange situation where Samoa Joe was abducted. He was taken away by some hooded figures, and you're so close to Samoa Joe, I've got to ask you if you've been able to get any information.
Well, I'll tell you, I've left voicemails with Joe on his cell phone. I've called his home, left 2 voicemails on his answer machine, a text message, emails. I have not heard from Joe. Oh, Lord knows what's going on. Who abducts a 300-pound Samoan?
Brian Kendrick in serious trouble. The way he's positioned up there on top, almost defenseless. Kazarian headed up to the top.
What has Kazarian got in mind here, Mike? Look at this!
Oh, we've seen it before. That's the flux capacitor off the top. Here's the cover. Here's the leg hook. Here's the 3 count.
Here's the winner, Kazarian.
Congratulations to Kazarian. He gets an X Division title shot at Destination X.
Kevin Nash, Eric Young, they're going to get their TV time. They're taping up for a fight outside the Impact Zone tonight against Scott Hall and Six Pac. To get comments on Ric Flair's threat that he and AJ Styles will take Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring, let's go to JB with a bid.
Ric Flair, AJ Styles, or anybody else that wants to try and come and get this ring, come on. Bring a chainsaw. Bring a seesaw. Bring whatever you want to try and get this ring off my finger. Hulk Hogan gave me this ring and the power within it. And along with power comes great responsibility. Hulk Hogan saw something in me and gave this to me, and it has given me powers that I thought I would never have. So guys, come and get me if you want. But just remember, I just might come to get you. Because after all, guys, now I'm not the Lord, but I am the monster of the rings.
The TNA Global Championship, a prize of contention, a symbol of dominance, a coveted title created by a legend and seized by the future. On October 23rd, 2008, shimmering under the lights of the Hard Rock in Las Vegas, the Legends title was unveiled. On March 15th, 2009, the phenomenal AJ Styles was dubbed TNA Wrestling's first ever Grand Slam champion by capturing the one title that eluded him and officially ushered in the new title in TNA. One warrior decided it was time for a change.
My championship, you can refer to it as the Global Championship.
On January 27, 2010, in Cardiff, Wales, Big Rob Terry defeated Eric Young to walk away the global champion. Does Mr. Anderson have what it takes to overcome this colossal beast?
Coming up next, Rob Terry puts his TNA Global Championship on the line for the very first time in the Impact Zone. And challenging him for his championship, Mr. Anderson.
Let me dumb this down for you. Okay. Quiz show time. Just stand there, don't answer. Just look purty. I don't want to smoke the joint out. Who's the guy who's been unfreaking stoppable since he debuted in TNA Wrestling? Who's the guy who on more than one occasion has left the self-proclaimed world's greatest wrestler lying in a pool of his own freaking blood? Who's the guy that everyone is referring to as the one? The man who brings true hope and change and hope and change to the Impact Zone. For those of you out there in Zombieland who are watching this on DVR and can't wait for the answer, you might want to fast forward to the end of this segment. And of course, you're going to want to rewind and watch it again, and then rewind and watch it again in its entirety. Tonight, I get my first taste of TNA Championship Gold. Yeah, I take that first step towards the inevitable day when I walk out as TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and it's not going to be easy, even for me. I mean, Rob Terry's a big guy. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. Strong as 6 gorillas, to be exact. You know, but I've been in the ring with guys that are bigger than him, that are faster than him, that are stronger than him. And I have, in fact, been in a ring with 6 gorillas. And I've beaten them. It was by DQ. But I still got a check mark in the W column. That's all that matters, right? Do you believe me? DVR folks, stop right here. Because that man, and the man who will be TNA Global Champion tonight, none other than yours freaking truly, Mr. Anderson. Anderson!
What's this about? Kurt Angle headed into the Impact Zone? I guess he wants a ringside seat to watch Mr. Anderson challenge for the Global Championship.
Word of warning for you, champ. Doug and I carried you for almost a year. And you're going to learn very quickly that you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Because you were much better off with us as allies than enemies. The minute you put your hands on me, we are finished. And now, you will answer to me.
Thanks for the warning, mate. Now piss off!
A different side of Rob Perry, huh?
And a word of warning to Mr. Anderson. Don't get into a test of strength with the new global champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the TNA Global Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the TNA Global Champion, Big Rob Terry.
First title defense on Impact for the new global champion. And Taz, I think it's safe to say that Big Rob Terry's alliance with the British Invasion, it's history.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Big Boy here can fly on his own. I think he's going to do pretty good. Got that global title around his waist. Pretty confident.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the next TNA Global Champion. But, first things first. Now, I guess, let me get this straight. I'm supposed to feel sorry because I spit on some medal that was given to Kurt Angle by the widow or the mother of a fallen soldier. Am I right? Is that right? I'm supposed to feel sorry. Don't worry, he's not coming. See, this little thing right here happened to be given to me by the widow of a fallen soldier. Only that widow and that soldier just so happened to be Vietnamese. And that's okay. That's okay, right? You people should be ashamed of yourselves.
Mr. Anderson, meet Mr. Angle and meet Mr. Steel Chair while you're at it.
Anderson's out.
And Angle motioning to the global champion, Big Rob Terry.
This match officially hasn't, I don't believe the bell rang. It didn't start, and thanks to Kurt Angle, Big Rob Terry's in the catbird seat right here.
Angle calmly puts the Warrior medal back around his neck and says he's all yours.
Mr. Anderson is ripe for the picking. This guy hasn't moved, Mike.
Wow, the lifeless form of the challenger in this global championship match, Mr. Anderson.
This pure powerhouse just carrying Mr. Anderson. Oh, there's the bell. Now it's official. I like Rob Terry's chances to retain his title right here, Mike.
Defenseless. Anderson brought up to his feet by the champ. Glancing, running power slam. And he keeps the title with ease thanks to Kurt Angle.
Well, payback, so you know what? Kurt Angle just basically robbed Mr. Anderson of an opportunity to become a global champion.
Well, now you see what happens when you disappoint Eric Bischoff. Jeff Jarrett refused to use the barbed wire bat against Abyss last week, and Bischoff is out to embarrass him.
That's a scene I never thought I'd see, Mike. The founder of this company flipping burgers?
Mick Foley back in the Impact Zone. Going to live up to his end of the bargain by wearing the new suit that Eric Bischoff wanted? We'll find out. Before we turn loose, Kevin Nash and Eric Young against Scott Hall and Six-Pac in a fight outside the Impact Zone. Let's review the history of the band.
The band's back together. You know, the thing is, we're not just going to be playing our greatest hits. We've got all new material.
Kevin, you're under contract. Scott, kid, not so much.
This is your shot. Make it count, because there might not be another one.
What is Scott? He just pulled a fan right over the guardrail.
Well, the band definitely not on the same page. Nash doesn't look too happy. I can't say I blame the guy.
You know what? This party's over. You don't work here, so hit the road.
Hulk Hogan obviously not happy with the behavior of Scott Hall and Six-Pac. And I guess no chance, no luck on those contracts.
Wait, who the hell is that? What? Oh!
That's Six-Pac.
These guys don't even work here. They don't even have contracts. What the hell is this?
Six-Pac, Scott Hall, headed towards the ring.
Oh, what the hell is this?
It's the band for life. And obviously no longer the case. Big Sexy Kevin Nash laid out at the hands of Scott Hall and Six-Pac.
I don't remember where or when. It was around 17, 18 years ago. For some unknown reason, I picked Scott Hall and Sean Waltman to be my friend. I've done everything I could in my career to keep you guys employed. I've carried your asses on my back for the last time. I'll be waiting. I'm the big gray-haired son of a standing in the middle of the ring.
Look at Eric Young and Six-Pac battling on the floor. And Nash is inviting Scott Hall to come into the ring. Oh, come on. After all this emotion, after all this tension, turn them loose.
Next week, it's on. It's on. Nash and Young, come out and play. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's on now. Come get you some.
TNA camera positioned outside the Impact Zone to document this fight that Kevin Nash and Eric Young wanted.
Oh, looks like Hall maybe pipe Nash in the knee, I would assume. Nash is holding his knee. Oh!
Mind your business, punk. Oh! Huh? You know you're messing with the ball. You don't want to live. Nothing personal. Nothing personal, man. Family business. You stay out of it, okay? You stay out of it. You stay out of it. Tag him, kid. Yeah. Don't move. Just like the old days. For life. Bring back home memories? Yeah, boy. Let's go. One for you, too. Now, who's bad
now? Eric Bischoff laid down the law to Jeff Jarrett. And because Jeff disappointed Eric, he's got to pay the price.
Well, this is just a sign of Eric Bischoff trying to humiliate Jeff Jarrett. One could assume that Eric Bischoff wants Jarrett just to quit. Make it easy.
No, no, no. We're not going to use celebrity guest hosts every week on this show. It's the dumbest damn idea I've ever heard. Keep trying. I'm sure you'll come up with something. All right. See ya. Yes. Hey, hey, hey. Look at you. Mick. Come on now. I mean, the jacket's, it's all right, but I know that's not what we spent my money on, is it? Come on.
Absolutely not. Look at this.
Wow. Mick, I'm impressed.
ATM Eric's hard-earned dollars at work, huh?
I mean, your shoes are shined, your pants fit well,
This is not bad, right?
What's this?
That's mustard. There's an explanation. I was at catering, eating a hot dog, and I saw Jeff Jarrett working the grill. kind of did a spit take. Like, what are you doing here? Is this going to be a problem? You think it hurts the overall look?
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, Mick. It's just, it clashes and kind
especially in high def.
Fashion faux pas. Look, we want to take this to the next level.
Next level, okay.
All right? I talked to my assistant, asked her to find an etiquette coach.
Etiquette coach?
Yeah, someone that can teach you all the social grace that you need to carry yourself with dignity. We want to be able to...
Wait a second. Wait, dignity?
Dignity.
After everything we've been through, you're still willing to invest that kind of money in me as an asset?
Mick, I put all that behind me, man. I believe in you. Hulk believes in you. We believe that you can be an asset to this company. We want you to be able to stand up there proudly, address corporate functions, take you to meetings, take you to meet executives in Hollywood, help us turn this company around, but you got to look a little better.
I'm going to meet you halfway. I've always been confused about the silverware stuff anyway. It's like a fresh beginning.
Yeah, she's going to teach you which fork, which knife, when to eat your salad, when to eat your soup, all that kind of good stuff.
Etiquette school.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I should call you?
No, check in with my assistant.
Check with your assistant?
Yeah.
And I'm off to etiquette school.
You're off to etiquette school.
Tally-ho! Ta-ta!
It's going to be great, Mick.
Thanks.
All righty. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Chelsea from London, England, Desmond Wolf.
An etiquette coach for Mick Foley. Somehow the words social grace and dignity just don't fit when you're talking about the hardcore legend.
Well, you want to talk about etiquette? I mean, this man right here, Desmond Wolf, showed a lot of etiquette by buying that beautiful young lady on his arm, Chelsea, that gorgeous bling around her neck. That was a Valentine's Day gift from Wolf to Chelsea. Wonder if Chelsea be wearing that thing on March 8th when we're live right here on Spike, baby.
Taking over Monday nights.
Damn right.
His opponent stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster.
Here he comes, the monster of the rings, Abyss, and he realizes that with the power of Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring comes responsibility. It's obvious Abyss also realizes that AJ Styles and Ric Flair have promised to take possession of Hogan's Hall of Fame ring tonight.
Again, I pointed out at the top of the show, we both talked about it, Mike, how you can more or less see the confidence just instantly rise in the monster Abyss by wearing that ring and just building that confidence in Abyss. Hulk Hogan showing that confidence in this man. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Desmond Wolf giving away, obviously, in terms of height and weight, substantial amounts to the monster Abyss. But, Taz, do you think that the unique offensive style of Desmond Wolf could be the great equalizer against someone the size of Abyss?
Well, possibly. If anybody can break down a body and pick apart a limb, it's Desmond Wolf. He will dissect anyone no matter what size they are. So Wolf could do that here with Abyss, possibly.
Talked about it earlier. Got to hit it again. Monday, March the 8th. Impact is going to take over Monday nights. We're going to be live on Spike TV as 350 pounds of Abyss goes charging into the corner, and Wolf able to get out of the way and then drive him down to the mat.
Cannot wait until March 8th. It's going to be phenomenal. Live right here on Spike. Invading, baby. Invading Monday nights. And right now, Desmond Wolf trying to invade a vertical suplex to no avail on the ginormous Abyss.
And here comes Wolf, got momentum, flying out of the corner and drives the elbow directly into the chest of Abyss.
And that's just a sign of the unique offense of Desmond Wolf, how he runs to the second rope, comes off it to get more momentum, as you said, to drive something into his opponent. Watch out! Oh!
Abyss one step ahead of Desmond Wolf, and you can feel the strength, you can feel the power as Wolf comes out of the corner. He's throttled, but quickly turns around. Trying to snap the arm right out of the socket.
Yeah, that patented arm wringer snap down. Now watch Wolf here. Might be going for that clothesline.
Whoa! He was going for the clothesline. Instead, black hole slam, and it leads to the 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, the Monster,
Abyss almost drove Desmond Wolf right through the ring. That was an insane black hole slam.
What an amazing transformation we have seen in the Monster Abyss. Hogan put that Hall of Fame ring on his finger, and here comes the World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles and his advisor, the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
I got a funny feeling the champ and the Nature Boy are going to kind of do what they said they were going to do and attempt to take that ring off Abyss's finger. Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring, and watch out!
Oh, no impact with the knife edge chop from Flair. But when Desmond brings the steel chair into play, it's a different story.
Well, the proverbial numbers game now, I got a funny feeling, has caught up to the Monster Abyss.
He's waffling with that chair like 3 times, and Abyss still has the power.
That's one way to chop down that gigantic redwood, as Ric Flair did. Go right to the back of the man's knee.
Oh, God. Dirtiest player in the game with the low blow.
I think the violence has just begun by our champion AJ Styles, Ric Flair, and Desmond Wolf.
You heard Desmond Wolf say, "Let me at him." And they're going to neutralize the monster here by handcuffing him to the rope.
Oh, boy. That's the Hulkster, and he doesn't seem to be looking like he's in a talking mood.
Striding to the ring with authority comes Hulk Hogan. And when the Nature Boy turns around, he's in for a surprise in the right hand as well.
One for the champ and one for Wolf. Gotta be careful here, Hulk. 3-on-1. Hulk's looking good.
Watch out for Flair. Chop block from behind by the Nature Boy takes down Hogan.
And Abyss is handcuffed to the ropes. He cannot help Hulk Hogan. This was obviously a trap, a setup by Wolf, AJ Styles, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And that strategy, that trap on the part of Flair, Styles, and Wolf, it's working to perfection here against Hulk Hogan and Abyss.
Abyss is forced. He is forced to witness this brutal assault on the man he idolizes.
And you can see him reaching out, but to no avail. There's no way that he can stop this 3-on-1 beatdown of Hogan.
There is no signs of our champion Ric Flair and Wolf stopping this beatdown.
Abyss is just frantically trying to get out of the handcuffs, but he's gotta watch Hogan get the hell beat out of him.
Well, Hogan tried. His pride, his heart, his desire to help Abyss, his intentions were good, but the end result might be bad.
Oh, watch out! World Heavyweight title belt in the hands of AJ Styles, and he drove it right into the head, right into the face of Hulk Hogan.
Our champion AJ Styles just delivered the killing blow. Oh my God! I think Hulk's busted open, Mike.
You could see the blood on the shirt of Ric Flair as he was driving the right hands repeatedly into the top of the head of Hogan. Hogan Hall of Fame ring just busted right through the cuffs. Oh, my God. Look at the blood on Hogan's face. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact, and this is what went down just moments ago.
Well, I said it earlier, Mike. I think AJ Styles and Ric Flair set Hogan up. They know how highly Hogan thinks of Abyss, so why wouldn't Hulk come out to help a wrestler, Abyss, who he's passing the torch to? Why would Desmond Wolfe have handcuffs with him?
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, Taz. And what we are witnessing here is the results of that trap. A trap set by Ric Flair and AJ Styles.
Hey, Flair! Hold on a minute. You want to interfere in everybody's matches? You always want to stick your nose out here? Well, guess what, Flair? On March 8th, Monday, the biggest night in TNA history, when we go live every Monday from March 8th. You're coming out of retirement because I just booked you in a match out here on March 8th. No! What do you mean? You're not taking that retirement. I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it, as long as I want to do it. Do you understand that, Hulk Hogan? Hey, cut his mic. Turn his mic off. Turn it off. Guess what, AJ? Not only on March 8th is Flair getting in the ring, you're getting in there with him in a tag match. And you're going against Abyss and his partner. And I've given Abyss the green light to drag you guys from pillar to post. What do you think about that, AJ? I'm ready. I'm ready. Tell me what to do. Are you ready? Who's his partner?
Who's his partner?
Who's his partner?
Who do you got? Who do you got, Abyss? You got nobody.
On Monday, March 8th, when we go big time live, guys, you're going to be facing Abyss and his partner, Hulk Hogan.
Holy! You want to talk about taking over Monday nights? This is how you take over Monday nights. Live, March the 8th, AJ Styles and Ric Flair versus Abyss and Hulk Hogan live on Spike TV.
Well, Mike, I'll tell you something right now, my man. These words were never more accurate. Business is about to pick up.